Hi everyone, this is Camelia, UX designer from GitLab, and this video is one of UX scorecard study at GitLab. The purpose of the UX scorecard study is to identify, scope, and track the effort of addressing usability concerns within a specific workflow. Today, we're going to work on the security area of GitLab, and this is a feature for our ultimate users. The persona for the UX scorecard study could be security specialists, developers, or DevOps, whoever take up the security part of their projects. It depends the skill of your company. The person's title might varies. So here I'm the one who just upgraded my account to Automate, and I want to use the security dashboard, which is the main reason that I'm upgrading. And this is my first day, so I'm going to set it up to see how the dashboard looks like. To make it fresh, I'm going to add lessons. Oh, but first let's check that we're on the same. Yeah, so we don't have a security here, feature here, so I'm not on the right license. I'm going to add lessons which will make it work. Oh. Okay, I uploaded lessons. It seems fine. Success. Let's go back to my group. So this is group I'm responsible for, and I want to see all the vulnerabilities, and I want to monitor them, track them down, flag them. So that's my main purpose of using the security dashboard. And I can see that, okay, the dashboard, the security feature is here. So I assume the dashboard will be here. But since I just upgraded, I would prefer that the features which is for ultimate user could be highlighted. So it's easier for me to find out and try it. And I'm going to click on it. Okay, this looks like a dashboard. And I think this is where I'm looking for. I can see all the severities, confidence, report type, good. And vulnerability over time, I have nothing yet. So they said they have no vulnerability found in my group. Okay, I'm going to keep reading. This is rare to have no vulnerability. So, okay, it basically told me I should have vulnerabilities, but they don't know why that I haven't had it. They suggest me to go to settings to set up your dashboard correctly. Okay, I used GitLab before. I know where is a setting. I'm going to settings and have a look. So it's not in the general profile. I'm looking for security session here, but I didn't find it. So I'm going to check one by one to see can I find security related settings. I don't think that's it, but it tells me settings and okay, I'm going to back to the page to double check. Maybe I need to do something. This seems like a lead to documentation based on my knowledge use GitLab. I usually don't like documentation, but let's try it. So as a really technical person that sometimes documentation is just very difficult to read, to digest. But because I want to use it, so I think I will read it through and to see it is easy for me to set up. So this seems like general introduction about the dashboard and supported report requirements. Okay, I think the requirement is what I'm looking for, and it tell me that I need 3 things. Quick look through it. Okay, I think I satisfied the last one because I'm using GitLab.com. And for this one, I don't know. Oh, okay, this, as a non-technical person, this page looks overwhelming and it seems very long. I'm going to skip it. I'm going back to the previous page. I probably will ask someone like in my company group to see that do we use the new reporting syntax. And one of them must be comfort. Okay, supported report. And doesn't seem nothing happened. Oh, I think the page jumped. So it probably means they supported report. So I need to have one of those set up. I think I'm interested in dynamic application security testing. So I'm going to click on this one. That's also quite long settings page. Scan, authentic scan. Okay, I think I want both of those scans there, but how should I do it? Configuration requirements. So there are both configuration and the requirements. I think for this one, for Docker, I also need to ask someone to check that are we satisfied. And for configuration, it means including this in the YAML file template. It doesn't seem very difficult, but I would prefer a UI version to do it as a non-super technical person. So I will go back to that page. So there is nothing there. If I'm really in the urgent, I probably will follow the documents. I will do it one by one. And based on my experience, I think it will take me at least 1 or 2 hours to do it as a person who is not super familiar with GitLab and YAML file, and I'm not a developer. Or I will ask someone else to do it. So at this stage, I think for some user who is really not like understands very well about YAML file and not comfortable changing the code, they probably will give it up at this stage. So this won't be very successful experience for the user. And another thing that we need to point it out is like this is a group level dashboard. The user might, if they manage a group, they get used to see everything about the group. They might go here and go to security and see this. They didn't know that actually the setting is not on the group. They need to do the setting on the project level. And here there is no actually clear indication tell me I need to go to settings for the project. And even in the document is tell me to do all those things, requirements, supported report. It says in one of the project, but then it's not really clear for me to like select a project or do something. As another part of this video that we will try to set the dashboard app as a new user with the project level, and we will use a prototype because we're already working on a UI configuration page to help user to make it better. So I'm going to jump to the prototype. So this is a prototype. Not everything is working, but we can kind of simulate the experience user might have. So I'm going to my test group, but this time I'm not directly go to the security. I will go to my project. And from the project, I will see the security icon. And then I see a lot of things here. So there are more things I can play compared to the group dashboard. It could be nice that from the group dashboard, you tell me that if I go to project level, I will see more things. And also it could be interesting that I can also see all the things directly in the group level. Why would I need to go to project level to set everything up? It's not very clear for me the advantage of going from group to project. If I manage a lot of things from the group level, I monitor several projects. Since I'm interested in security dashboard, I will directly jump to it. as a new user, I see the similar thing. I think this is documentation. It really doesn't tell me that what I need to do next. It's not clear that my settings is not running, and at least the private text, I need to go to settings, even though the settings not the right place, but I need, at least I can do something here. I think I can only click on learn more. And the funny part is I got exactly the same document as I was in the group level. And the same thing. It's very technical for me when I check on individual things. So I will just go back to my project, and I kind of remember that I see a configuration page before, so I'm going to give it a try. Yeah, I think as a non-technical person, this seems like easier, so that I can directly configure it here. I don't need to go through the document and go to the YAML file, change the code there. I prefer this more as a UI user. And I'm configuration the feature, including the security scan. Okay, I think I understand this, that by doing this, I will create a merge request. We have a dedicated user report, user test around this area. If you are interested, there will be another video show it. So here I will just quickly summarize what we found out from the user testing. It's not super clear for the user that the default branch, they notice it, but not pay enough attention, and there's no place for user to change from default branch to other feature branch. And if I click on it, it's very clear for me that I can create a merge request, but those two icons says like is configured, but can I unconfigure them as a user? That's also something not super clear. I'm going to just try to create a merge request. And if I'm familiar with GitLab, I probably will jump to the change and check it. If I'm not familiar with GitLab, this page might be overwhelming for a new user when they are just interested into the security feature. If you want to set it up, that you need to click on merge, and after the pipeline is running, and you probably will assume that it's successfully configured. But as a new user, that if I go back to my dashboard, I don't know that there's no status updated to tell me your settings is in progress. You just need to wait, and if another person like my colleague come in and want to use it, they might do the same thing I did. So I would prefer here to see something to tell me that the setting is ongoing, and you will see it soon. So for this how experience, I will give it a level C, since user can do it, but encounter some difficulties mentioned in the video that I will summarize it in the text and with the recommendations. Thank you for watching.